Hi, and welcome back to AES. Today we're going to be going over the Praetorian Guard, which is our new Wi-Fi intercom system. This happens to be a pedestal mount. I've taken the two top screws off so we can take a look at the inside. Okay, so here we are on the inside of the unit, and of course this is a column mount system, so it's going to look a little bit different, but we still do offer the pedestal mount. So as normal, we have a keypad here. This is your Wi-Fi assembly board. It's a little bit different. It doesn't have the relic. Everything's on board on this particular board, but pretty much the same idea. Your Cat 5, Cat 6 connector is right here. Your reset button is right beside it, the little white button. Here we have an SD card holder, and it comes with a 16 gig card, which will save all your phone calls, your pictures, and your videos. And your set button is right here, same as the old one. You're going to press and hold that for 3 to 5 seconds. It'll generate a code, and then we can start programming. And we have our new HD camera set up over here. So pretty much the same layout as the old system, and it works the same way. So we're going to go over and start programming this. So the first step I want to do is put this into program mode. We're going to press and hold the button 3 to 5 seconds so we get a tone. And now we can go to our phone app and start programming. Okay, now that we're in program mode, we're going to go into settings on the phone, and we're going to go into Wi-Fi. We're going to look for the AES network that is just generated, which is right here under My Networks. We're going to select it. We're going to wait until it logs on. Okay, I got the check mark, which means I'm on that network. We're going to come out of here. We're going to go into the Praetorian Guard, and the app is going to look a little bit different, and I'll go over some of the features on the app. And the first thing we want to do is we want to add the intercom. So we're going to click on the gear in the upper right-hand corner to go into programming mode. We're going to click on the plus. We're going to click on search intercom. And it's going to go out and found the intercom. We're going to click on add. And we're going to add our password, which is 1 through 9. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Click on the save icon in the upper right-hand corner. And now it's telling us that our unit is online. So if we close that back up and I click on the camera, it'll show us our video. And there it is. Okay, we're going to hang up. Okay, now that we're connected to our Wi-Fi network, there's one last step. And we're going to go back into the Praetorian Guard app. And we're going to go back into settings. And this is a step that a lot of people forget. We're going to go to Wi-Fi. We're going to select Intercom 1. And now it's going to look for the homeowner's Wi-Fi. And once we find it, we're going to select it. We're going to give it a password. And that'll connect us to the homeowner's Wi-Fi. So I'm just looking for my network here. And have a little patience. Sometimes it takes a little while for it to come up. And there it is. And I will enter my password. 64363. We're going to do a confirm. And that it will connect to my password. This is a step that you won't have to do if you're connecting directly with Cat 5 and Cat 6 cable. And I'll show you later on how that works. So now at this point, we're all set and we're ready to roll. Okay, so now that we're online and we've programmed the unit into our network, the next step is to set a 4-digit code for the keypad. So we're going to go back into the Praetorian app. And this time we're going to click on the icon in the middle, which is the hand with the little squares. Click on that. We're going to select the intercom 1, and we have 3 different options. We have a 24/7 keypad code, time restricted code, and auto expiring code. What we're going to do is we're going to set up a 24/7 momentary code. So we're going to click on 24/7. We're going to click on the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner. And we're going to give this relay a name. So we'll call it Sal. We have the option to select between relay 1 and relay 2. Right now it's set to relay 1. If we want the 2, we just toggle back and forth between the 2. And we're going to make this a momentary, so we're going to set it up for 1 second. And I'm going to give it a 4-digit code. You can go either 4 or 6 digits. We'll do 4 for now, and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Click on the save button. Okay, we can come back out of here. And if we go back to the home screen, go on the camera, select the camera, and now I can trigger the relay. Okay, and there's my relay. And I can also type in the 1 through 4, and that will also trigger the relay. So on the keypad itself, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, star. There it is. And that's all. That's all it takes. Now, on this particular app, there's a nice little feature. We're going to come out of here, and I'm going to click on the last icon of my main page. I'm going to select Intercom 1. And now on this page, I have the opportunity to have that relay send me a text message every time it's triggered. So every time somebody opens this gate, it will send me a notification letting me know who triggered it, what time it was triggered, and so on. It also has a motion sensor, which we'll get into a little bit later. So right now, I want to toggle this notification on. And if we go back to the main screen, now if I open up my camera and trigger relay 1, you'll notice that I get a confirmation of entrance 1 was triggered. It'll give me the time that it was triggered and who it was triggered by. So nice little cool feature. Okay, so let's go over some advanced features on the new Praetorian Guard. So we're going to go into settings, and we're going to click on the gear in the upper right-hand corner. And here we have a page, and the top of the page is all your basic programming, and we'll go over each icon one at a time. So the first one is going to be the notepad with the pencil, and that's to edit Intercom. So we're going to click on it, and here is where you'll be able to change your administrator, the name, the password, if you've done anything wrong. 90% of the time, we only do this when we are changing one of the users or a password. So we're going to come out of there. The second icon on here is your ringtones, and we can now set the ringtones to different tones, depending on how loud you want them. So if we back out of here, the next one is a question mark, which is to check the app version. So if we click on it, it'll actually tell us we're running 2.2, and the inner version is a 2.2-0427. Okay, so we're going to go back out of here. The next icon is the one that we use 90% of the time, which is our plus icon, which will add an intercom. And then we can search online. So that's your basic. That's one that we normally use at the get-go. So we're going to back arrow back out of here. The next icon, the first icon on the second line on the left-hand side, is to check your current software system. And it's the 2 gears. So we're going to click on it. We're going to select the intercom, and that'll tell us the firmware version, which is at 420.41 right now, and that's current. If we back arrow, our next icon is the one with the 2 little people. I'm going to click on that, and that's to add a user. And if we want to add a user, we're going to click on a plus sign on top. The username 6 to 12 characters, password 6 to 12. So if I wanted to add a user, I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a username. And we give them a password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a password. Click on save, and I've just created a new user. The next icon is the lock, and that will adjust my relay times. So if I click on that and click on Intercom 1, I can now change my relay trigger time, relay 1 and relay 2. And that's something that you can do in another portion of the software, but if you needed to do a quick change, that's where you would do it. So we're going to back out of here. And our next one is the clock icon. Now, a lot of you guys have actually played with this with the Pro 2. This one works a little bit different. You do have time servers that you can select, however, and daylight savings time. However, main thing here is if you click on sync phone, it will sync the clock on your phone. So no matter where you are, it will actually connect to the correct server. So we don't have to go back and do any of that stuff anymore, which makes life a little bit easier. On the next row is your Wi-Fi settings. And again, if we click on it and select it, it'll look for your Wi-Fi in whatever area you are, your network. It'll load, and then you need a password, and you can connect to that. The next icon right next to that is the eye. And if we click on that, that's going to give us our monitoring time. How long do we want to see the time that we're viewing this camera? If we back out of there, the next icon is the talk time.
how long do you want to speak to this person? Really depends. I usually don't like being on a call for a very, very long time, so I usually knock that down to about 20 seconds, and that's more than enough. And if we back out once again, you have the handset with the timer, and that's the ring time. How long do you want this system to ring? A lot of times I'll go more than 10 seconds because it'll take me a little bit more than that to find my phone. But yeah, I would just do 30 seconds on that. Not 310, but we'll do 30. And then click on the save button in the upper right hand corner to check the changes. And if we back out, the last icon on the bottom on the left hand side is your reboot icon. And if you click on that, it'll tell you that the device will reboot. And if we back out of there, our last icon is the audio selection. So I prefer this on a full duplex where I can do talk and listen at the same time, just like a regular phone. A lot of times people don't want to do that, so you can set it to half duplex. Basically works like a walkie-talkie, and it will change your main screen. So you will have to press and hold the hold button, the talk button, to actually speak to somebody. I normally set it to full duplex. That's all a personal preference. Those are our basic setups. Right underneath there, now we have advanced features. The advanced features, I've gone over one of them, which is the notifications. So if I click on the notifications, right now, I have two options. I can have my relay trigger notify me every time the system is triggered. And also there's a motion sensor, which we can set. So if the motion sensor goes off, I can set that to on, and it will notify me when it senses a motion sensor, and it'll tell me what time it did, and it'll also take a little snapshot and a little video. Once again, that's a nice little feature. I usually like to know who's triggering my gates. So as I showed you earlier, if I go to my camera and I trigger my relay, okay, you'll notice that there's a little text that's telling me that the relay was triggered. So it's a nice little feature to have, and I use it all the time. Now, if we go back into settings, our next one is your 24/7 timer. Now, this is something relatively new to the system, okay? And it's pretty much self-explanatory. So if we click on one, that would be a momentary trigger. If we click on two, that would be a latch, and three is a non-latch. So what we want to do is we want to latch. So we're going to click on two. We're going to select the days that we want to latch. And let's say we want to latch Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Okay, and we want to latch at 6 o'clock in the morning. So we can set that to 6 a.m. We want to do a confirm. And then we want to unlatch at 12 p.m. So what we're going to click on is 3 for unlatch. We're going to set the time to 12. Oh, let's set it to 18. And again, we're going to set the days that we want it to affect. Click on save. That saves your settings. Pretty self-explanatory. Really great feature, which we didn't have in the Pro 2. The next icon is your camera icon. This will select whether you want high definition or you want standard definition. That's really up to you. I don't see a major difference between the two. Even if it's really dark out, the standard definition would give you a nice and clear picture. If we back out of there, our next icon is the activity log. So click on it and click on Intercom 1. It will give me all the activities. So if I click on the first one, it'll actually show me when the trigger was, when the system was triggered. So nice little feature. Again, it saves all of the stuff on the SD card. You can take that SD card, pop it into your computer, and download who's actually opened the gate and who has been there. Next icon is your keypad codes, and we went through this on the original settings. So if we click on it, you have your 24/7 keypad codes. Click on plus, give that relay a name, and we'll call this office. And we want relay 1. We want it to be a momentary trigger. We're going to set a code anywhere from 4 to 6 digits. So we'll do 6543. Click on save. And now it pops in with a new relay. And every time that that relay is pressed, it will give me a notification of that particular person. Okay, we're going to back out of here. And your next icon is for prox cards. If you have prox cards, you'll be able to program them here. And again, you have the option of 24/7, time restricted, or auto expiring. And if we go to our next icon with the lady in the speaker, that's for voicemail. Now, in order for this to work, it has to be turned on and the SD card needs to be in the unit. And it will record a voicemail of any missed calls. And last but not least icon is your motion detection. If you click on that, you can activate it, and it'll you can change the sensitivity from 1 to 5. Again, this is a trial and error depending on how sensitive you want the unit. A lot of times you don't want it too sensitive because if a leaf happens to fly over the system, it will actually trigger a text, and you're going to get the text thinking that there's somebody at the gate. So that's a matter of trial and error. Anyway, hopefully that'll help you.